Hello, everybody. Zach here. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. It is October. Quickly, September quickly came and went. But I'm excited. So I intend to do 2 to 3 videos a day. Uh, 2 to 3 videos a day. Ooh. 2 to 3 videos per week. Starting again here in October. And I intend to mix it up a little bit. I've alluded to this on Twitter, and I think I might even said in my last video that I have the intent on doing a couple different things. I think I've even asked what you guys would want to see. So I'm excited to do that. So this is kind of a little update video, but also a little bit of a vlog. We moved, so we're still, a week goes by, and then another week goes by. You're still in the process, basically, and you feel like you're living out of boxes. But if you follow me on Instagram, which I highly recommend you do, Miata's in the garage, and I'm excited about that. Needs a good garage for the impending Pennsylvania winter. And that's actually a thing too. I might as well. Didn't really talk much about that. And I intended to make a video about it way back when it happened. But couldn't be happier with Miata. More recently, I had an issue where the cat basically clogged itself up. Cat fell apart. The catalytic converter clogged itself up and plugged itself. But got that out, and she's running fine again. She was basically dying, and I was either thinking coils, plugs, all that stuff. Went through that process, but luckily it was something as simple as a clogged cat. My cars in the past, they've either blown the cats out or that you have a upstream and downstream O2 sensor. The Miata here only has an upstream, so it's not something that like throws a check engine light or anything. It just gets to the point where you're driving along and you just don't have power, and you're like, what's going on? I feel like it's being choked, because it basically literally is can't breathe. Lack of the ability to breathe. That'll do it. So yeah, so I'm glad to get back on the road, and just in time for the weather to get cool, and quickly winter approaches. So that's always fun, right? But yeah, the story behind the Miata and how I got it, it was formerly Bugs. He made a video, very shortly after we made the trip up from Florida to Pennsylvania. Hell of a trip. And I would seek out his, it's an American Truck Simulator video, and he kind of covered everything. But if you don't know the story, that's the story. Yeah, we drove it straight, same single day, even though, it went into the next day. Single day into, from all the way from Florida to Pennsylvania. That was a fun trip. I will never forget it. There's a lot that happened that day. We got on the road a little later than we wanted to. And, there were a couple times where, the suspension is set up to be handling and to set up so when you go around a turn, you have no movement. I'm talking like no lean, nothing. You're just attached to the ground. That's great for handling, right? When you hit some big bumps on roads that are under construction, I hit my head at least twice off the top of the thing. Admittedly, I'm a bigger guy, and I'm sitting a little higher, but yeah, straight just at least twice, smacked my head off the roof of that thing because we had the hard top on. And we tried to split the trip into equal parts, tried for the both of us to drive that distance, but yeah, that ended up taking us 14, maybe 15 hours. That was, because you're a human, you got to stop, you got to at least mentally take breaks, and that was gas breaks, getting food, all that stuff. But yeah, like I said, I remember the trip forever. And nothing really bad. The car was fine the entire way, and didn't have a single issue. And I couldn't have asked for, a better friend to drive that amount of time. We were we're shoulder to shoulder in that thing. So I don't know. It was fun. At the same time, would I drive that again for the fun of it? No, I don't think so. But it was a lot of fun, and you know, there's plans for the Miata. So that's actually one of the things I want to do. I want to keep you guys up to date on what my plans are. You'll see on Instagram I put a couple decals on there. Those are actually to cover up like some paint, like not imperfections, scratches and all that stuff. So that's why the decals are on there. I don't intend to fully livery the car, but at the same time, that's the beauty of decals. You can do that, and you can change it, and you can go back. So it's not anything permanent. And that's what I love about decals and even wraps. Not that I'm gonna wrap that thing. The thing's got too nice a paint overall. But yeah, so I want to do that. So tell me if you think that would be a cool series to follow me along in doing some stuff to the car. Its exterior and the overall build itself, I have no problems with. It's just the interior is in need of a restoration. So I'm thinking of doing something like that over the winter too, because it's going to be in the garage. You know, definitely I don't intend to get that thing ever in salt or in the snow or and it become the car that's not, because it's not a rust bucket. And that's the hard thing for Miatas, for most cars of that age in Pennsylvania, is that most of them are rusted out. So my intent is to completely avoid that and keep it in the garage, do some modifications, but nothing crazy. You know, interior I would say a lot of it, making it almost like the outside looks very modern for the most part. Definitely for a car of that age, I want the interior almost to be retro, or at least retro modern. That makes sense. And there's a lot of insane amount of mods for the Miata, regardless of exterior or interior. So I'm excited to do that, and I think that would make for a pretty cool series. So tell me in the comments if you think that would. Also, gaming shortly going to be on the channel. I've yet to set up my desk. This video is probably going to be basically going straight up, kind of like my last couple vlogs. But gaming very shortly, so keep an eye out for that. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy all the content that comes over the next few months. And you know, feel free to comment if you have any criticisms. I know I'm just gonna be like doing it for the fun of it and to use it at this outlet. And I like talking to you guys. You know, even though I had an abridged, very short version of the story of us driving up, it was cool to tell you guys about that if you hadn't heard about it already. And you know, air my thoughts on what things would make for cool content for the channel, because I think a series on that would be cool and would be fun. And if you guys want to follow it along, like I said, let me know. So until the next video, which is hopefully going to be gameplay, I'll see you guys next time.